Hi YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere, it's Mark with GeorgeTune.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, let's talk some wet shaving. What do you got this morning? Hang on, 1 minute. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Yeah, I have got, again, Trader Joe's Autumn Maple Coffee. It's a limited run there, so if you got a Trader Joe's near you, get some of this. This is really good stuff. Got that little hint of maple in it. Very, very good. And I also have my mug from, this is from Chardon, Ohio. This is a restaurant that used to be open here. It's no longer open. It's the New York Deli and Grill. This mug has got to be 20 years old. And it also says the Manhattan Deli on the back. I don't ever believe I've gone to anything called the Manhattan Deli here in Chardon, Ohio. It's also called the New York Deli and Grill, and it had that great New York deli feel. I loved it. It reminded me of the Carnegie Deli. And I had been to the Carnegie Deli right there on 7th Avenue. I believe you're on 7th Avenue. In the number of times that I've gone to New York. Great New York deli dining experience. They've closed up that main restaurant. They still have one at in Madison Square Garden. I think they have another one out in Las Vegas, according to the Wikipedia page that I referenced. And it was terrific. Now, it also leads me to mention to you, I struggle a little bit. You may notice when I say Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie, Carnegie Hall. A lot of people pronounce it that way. Here in Cleveland, we have a road called Carnegie. Carnegie Avenue, Carnegie Road. We say Carnegie. Our pronunciation is just a little different. And while the rest of the world says Carnegie, we say Carnegie. And I always wondered about that. And I have a theory behind that. Because you'll know someone from Cleveland. When they look at Carnegie Hall, they'll say Carnegie Hall instead of saying Carnegie Hall. Or Carnegie. They'll say Carnegie. Well, that's the way I say it. I say Carnegie. So to try to differentiate the two, so to speak, I try to use the correct pronunciation that everybody else in the country knows rather than the Cleveland pronunciation. But the reason why I think we say Carnegie is because Cleveland, its history has had a huge Hungarian population. Now, I'm Hungarian. Both sides of the family is Hungarian. And at one time, there were more Hungarians in Cleveland than there were in Budapest, Hungary. Nagy, N-A-G-Y, is a very common surname, last name in the Hungarian language, Nagy. We even had a pitcher for the Cleveland Indians, Charles Nagy. He was Hungarian. Anyhow, Hungarian heritage. Anyhow, I think it's the fact that you had so many people with the last name Nagy running around, it just naturally kind of fell into that pattern of speech. And when we saw that word, Carnegie, we said Carnegie. That's just a theory. That's just a guess on my part. But we say Carnegie while everyone else says Carnegie. So, you know, if it's in that previous mailbag, if it sounded like I was stumbling over the word, that's why I was trying to use the correct pronunciation that everybody else in the country uses instead of the Cleveland pronunciation, which in Cleveland we say Carnegie. It flows off the tongue a little easier, and I think it's because of the Hungarian influence. All right. Okay, let's get to some of these questions right here. This first one, oh boy, hang on. That's good coffee. This first one comes from Chad Homier. H-O-M-I-E-R. Chad, I hope I pronounced your last name right. Homier or Homer. I'm not sure which it is. I apologize if I mangled it. What is the best straight razor for beginners? I'm looking into buying a straight razor. I don't know what kind to buy. What do you recommend? Well, you know what? At one time I was looking at a straight razor also. And rather than go for the best and the most expensive, I decided to go the economical route. And in discussions with other wet shavers online, they recommended this gentleman, whippeddog.com. I'll let you get a screenshot of that. Yeah, it's a gentleman named Larry Anderson. And what he does is he reconditions used straight razors and he sells them to you at a discounted rate. So when you buy a straight razor from him, you're buying it sight unseen, but he's guaranteeing the fact that it's been honed and stropped and ready to go right off the bat. So this is what I bought. I can't remember what I bought, but it was considerable. It was fewer dollars than what I would have bought new. So here it is right here. And you don't know what kind of scale you're going to get here. You might get a black scale, you might get a white scale, you might get whatever he has in stock. But he goes ahead and he sharpens these, he reconditions them, he hones them, and that's what you get. And it is a good solution to someone who wants to start out using a straight razor and not spend a lot of money. That's what I did. I have not used this yet. I have been so absorbed with safety razors that I haven't had a chance to really use this. Now, the other school of thought is that if you want, and there are two schools of thought, there are two schools of thought on this too, as a matter of fact. One school of thought is go right into using a straight razor. The other school of thought is, you know, you might want to practice with a shavette. And Classic Samurai makes a lot of shavettes. And a shavette is nothing more than a holder that looks like a straight razor, but what you do is you break off half of a double-edged blade and insert one half in there, and the blade protrudes here, and then you just lock it down, and then you go about giving yourself a shave. Use this in barbershops a lot for, you know, cleanliness purposes and that sort of thing. But these are really, really nice. I've used these. I haven't used them on camera, but I've used these, and I've gotten some really, really close shaves with these. Classic Samurai, as I say, they make a lot of nice shavettes, a variety of scales and handles. You can get just about anything you want, really, from something that's rather heavy like this to something that's a little more, a little more lightweight. Let me show you this one here. It's not coming out. Come on. There it is. A little more lightweight. You know, good looking scale, that sort of thing. So they even have black handled ones like that. So yeah, I've had a chance to use the shavettes, and I've gotten a good shave from it. It's a completely different animal than a safety razor, that's for sure. But one school of thought is practice with the shavette and then move to a straight razor. The other school of thought is absolutely not start with a straight razor, because the shavette and the straight razor are not really the same. So it kind of depends on the path you want to take. Me, I decided to start with the shavette and then move to a straight razor and learn it that way. And the shavette, while it does a nice job, boy, it takes some practice. It's going to take some time. It's going to lengthen the time of your shave when you first start out. And as I said, I've used the shavettes from Classic Samurai several times, not on camera, but several times. And yeah, I've nicked myself here and there, but I've gotten a very, very close shave with it. And I'm kind of going that route, because you can get something like this for, you know, $15, $20. You have your double-edged razors, and you can just start learning it that way. And then once you feel comfortable with that, move to a straight razor. Other people say, no, go right to the straight razor. If you want to do that and not spend a lot of money, then do like I did and go to whipdog.com and talk to Larry and see what he has. He also will sell you things like a poor man's strop, which is not a full strop. It's a little narrower. You have to learn how to strop with a narrower strop, though. But again, you're not spending a lot of money. So it's a way to try out the straight razor shave without investing a lot of money. But you are going to invest a lot of time to learn it, that's for sure. And that's the one thing I haven't been able to fit in because of my schedule and because I love using safety razors so much. But yeah, maybe down the road sometime I'll start talking about some of these. But for now, I'm really absorbed with the safety razors. There is so much going on there. But hey, that's kind of the direction I went in. I hope that helps to answer your question. If you're looking at a straight razor, you know, maybe go that route first. Maybe look at the economical choices out there rather than buying something that is so expensive. You try it out, you may not like the process, or you're going to really have to commit to the process because you spent the money. Okay, all right. Thanks very much for the question, Chad. I really hope that helps. This comment comes from Antonio Solo Ortega. He commented on my Edwin Jagger video where I gave an update on the Edwin Jagger razors. Knurled or ebony, which is the best option? Well, Antonio, thanks for commenting. And he's, as I say, he's commenting in regards to the video I did where I talked about the Edwin Jagger DE89L, the Edwin Jagger Ebony short-handled razor, and also the Edwin Jagger Kelvin short-handled razor. And he wanted to know which one is better between the Ebony and the Kelvin. Hands down, go with the Kelvin. This is really a terrific, terrific razor. I've always said that the Edwin Jagger short-handled or shorter-handled razors give me a more efficient shave for whatever reason. It's not to say that the DE89L or the Barley razor that they make are not good. They're really, really good. But for some reason, I get just a little more efficiency from the shorter handled razors. If you look at the size of this and you compare it to, say, a classic Gillette Super Speed, here's the one that belonged to my late father, it's the same size. So what we call short handled today was standard handled size, a standard handled size back in the day. So you can see, yeah, it's the same size. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it's just the size that I like because it reminds me of the size of my late father's Super Speed. I don't know. But yeah, the knurled handle, the Kelvin, which is made specifically for Amazon. This, in my understanding, this is really a nice razor. Again, it's a three-piece razor. The handle, the base plate, and the cap. Beautiful alignment, beautiful blade balance, beautiful blade alignment. The knurling on this handle is really nice. It gives you, it's almost like a diamond knurling kind of a thing. It's, you know, has the name etched in here very, very nicely. Almost like a ball end here. It just feels terrific. You compare that with the ebony handle, which is nice. It has nice weight. It's just that this material here is just a completely different feel. It's very, very grippy, and this is nice to have too, but if you have to choose between the two of them, I would definitely go with the knurl. It's a classic look. It's a classic safety razor look and feel. That's why I say go with this one right here. All right, I hope that answered your question, Antonio. Thanks very much for the comment. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing to the channel. Okay, this next question comes from Jason Rains. Hi Mark, is Gillette really getting back into the DE razor market outside of artist shaving that they own? A listing on Amazon purports to be from Gillette. I started wet shaving when they went with a controversial marketing campaign, but if I ever buy another Gillette product, it might be something like this. And of course, he's linking it, and I'll show you some photos of that. And I've talked to Mantic59, who was able to confirm for me that yes, this is a Gillette product. It is a safety razor in a kit with some blades, a razor, you know, and it's a holiday offering. They're getting back into addressing the traditional wet shaver with this razor. The thing that that I wonder about, and Mantic59 also, and by the way, thanks Mark, Mantic59 for your emails and your comments on this. The thing that we were wondering about is why, if Gillette is coming back to the traditional wet shave, why are they introducing this kind of razor that looks like an Edwin Jagger style razor? Why aren't they going with their classic Gillette Super Speed? Why aren't they bringing something like this back? You know, with the same kind of flare tip and knurled handle, that sort of, I mean, the actual case looks very 1940s, 1950s style. Why didn't they bring something like this back? Or even perhaps Gillette Tech ball end razor. I mean, a beautiful three-piece razor. They could have dressed this up in you know, modern technology and given it a nice modern look, yet the throwback to the 1950s. That would have been a good choice. I mean, Sheldon Quinn over at Global Shave Clubs, he's marketing a Replatech. You've seen me review this, the Replatech, which is a replica of the Gillette ball end. There it is right there. Here's Sheldon's Replatech, and here is a real Gillette Tech from the early 1950s, and you can see the handle's identical, and the profile of the tech head is a little different. This one from Global Shaves follows the design of the British tech head, whereas this is the American tech head here from the early 1950s tech ball end that I'm holding in my hand here. But that's the only question I have. Why are they not using a style of razor that they've manufactured in the past? That's the only reason, that's the only question I have. It looks neat. Time will tell how popular it is. If the razor gives a good shave. We're all wondering about that. They're releasing it November 1st, and it is a holiday offering. And we'll have to wait and see what the early reviews are. And hopefully, if they see this, they'll send me one to review. That would be nice, because I would love to review it and give it a try. And, you know, only time will tell. All right, hey, that's it. Thanks very, very much for tuning in. I really, really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like, hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Do you think you would buy this new Gillette razor kit? I'm really interested in knowing. Check out my blog, georgetune.com/blog for my comics with George, other cartoons, other videos like this. Check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080 for all the products I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything easily in a snap. Thanks again. You know what I mean. Thanks again for tuning in. Make it a great week.